Inside a limousine parked on the airport tarmac, Catherine Cathy looked out at the clear night sky and felt a kick. "He's moving," she said. "Come feel him. He's moving." Her two best friends leaned forward on the soft leather seats and put their hands on her stomach. "I felt it," one of them said. "I felt it." Outside, the whine of jet engines swelled. "Oh, sweetie," her friend said, "I think this is his plane." As the three young women peered through the tinted windows, Catherine squeezed a set of dog tags stamped with the same name as her unborn son, James J. Cathy. "He wasn't supposed to come home this way," she said, tightening her grip on the tags that were linked by a necklace to her husband's wedding ring. The women looked through the back window. Then the 23-year-old placed her hand on her pregnant belly. "Everything that made me happy is on that plane," she said. They watched as airport workers rolled a conveyor belt to the rear of the plane, followed by 6 solemn Marines. Catherine turned from the window and closed her eyes. "I don't want it to be dark right now. I wish it was daytime," she said. "I wish it was daytime for the rest of my life. The night is just too hard." Suddenly, the car door opened. A white-gloved hand reached into the limousine from outside. It was the same hand that had knocked on Catherine's door in Colorado 5 days earlier. The man in the deep blue uniform knelt down to meet her eyes, speaking in a soft, steady voice. "Catherine," said Major Steve Beck, "it's time." The American Airlines 757 couldn't have landed much farther from the war. The plane arrived in Reno on a Friday evening, the beginning of the 2005 Hot August Nights Festival, one of the city's biggest, filled with flashing lights, fireworks, car shows, and plenty of gambling. When a young Marine in dress uniform boarded the plane to Reno, the passengers smiled and nodded politely. On the flight, the woman sitting next to him nodded toward his uniform and asked if he was coming or going. To the war, she meant. He fell back on the words the military had told him to say. "I'm escorting a fallen Marine home to his family from the situation in Iraq." The woman quietly said she was sorry. Then she began to cry. When the plane landed in Nevada, the sergeant was allowed to disembark alone. Outside, a procession walked toward the cargo hold. The airline passengers pressed their faces against the windows. From their seats in the plane, they saw a hearse and a Marine extending a white-gloved hand into a limousine. In the plane's cargo hold, Marines readied the flag-draped casket and placed it on the luggage conveyor belt. Inside the plane, the passengers couldn't hear the screams.
Trust. Faith. Our Marine Corps motto is Semper Fidelis, which means always faithful. Once notification has been made, it's about building trust and making sure that the family knows, regardless of their feelings for you, that you are there for them. My name is Major Steve Beck. I'm with the United States Marines, and I'm the site commander at Buckley Air Force Base. The Marines here have done a spectacular job trying to take care of their fallen brothers and the families. It's not something that a lot of Marines are trained to do. And we do it the best way we can, with as much compassion and dignity for the Marine and their families as possible. Each one of these Marines that have paid this incredible price, the price continues to be paid by their families.